y'all.
We're going to be showing you some more of our pantry staples today.
Yes.
Because processed products instead of real ingredients is bad for your health.
Right. And we just want you to have other options instead of running through the drive-thru. We wanted to bring you some of our quick and easy options that we like to have on hand for those nights that you really don't have a lot of time, but you want to get a healthy meal on the table.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it's kind of like a Bisquick mix that you can have in your pantry, biscuit, drop biscuits, or cheddar jalapeno biscuits. Those are some of our favorites, aren't they?
Yes.
You can also throw in some chocolate chips in there and make a drop biscuit type of a thing, and it'd be a sweet ingredient. What else is there? There's some skillet and Dutch oven recipes.
Yeah.
There's a really easy coffee cake that you can make. So if you need a quick breakfast something or dessert, it's a wonderful dessert as well. So we just want to get to the Bisquick recipe for you and share that with y'all. All right. So we're going to do 8 cups of all-purpose flour. All right.
And then we're going to do 1/4 cup of baking powder.
I have this done with that here. Okay, so we're going to do 1 tablespoon plus 2 teaspoons of sugar. Okay. 3 teaspoons of salt. Okay. And now tallow that we preserved. Now, if you don't have tallow, you could use lard, which is bacon grease, right? Strained bacon grease. And the reason you're doing this is you can't do butter because it's not shelf stable. So you have to use lard or tallow so it'll be shelf stable for you. And you can have this recipe. If you didn't need all this Bisquick, that's totally fine. You can have this recipe. All right. Okay. I suppose if you're still doing Crisco, we are trying to not use Crisco at all. That's why we did our tallow. We rendered our own tallow. But if you are doing Crisco, that's an alternative here. And then you just want to cut this in. Now you can do a fork, a couple knives. I just like my little handy dandy pastry cutter. And you just cut it up in there till it's in little bitty pieces. Now we love having Bisquick on hand. It makes super quick drop biscuits. We even do like a chicken pot pie, but we put a drop these biscuits on top out of the Dutch oven. Just because it's super duper easy, fast meal. We got a sloppy Joe type of a recipe in a skillet that you can make. We'll leave all these instructions down below for y'all, so you have some quick alternatives that you can do. There's quite a few recipes out there. We just have a few of our favorites, and we'll link those favorites for you down below. We've got our big jars here. We're just going to scoop that in there. So that makes almost a gallon, about 3/4 of a gallon of Bisquick mix. Now you can half that if you don't use that much Bisquick, and just put it in. We like to use our half-gallon jars that we get, and you can just put it right in a half-gallon jar.
Yeah.
We just go through it pretty quick. So I like to do it like about every 6 months or so. I like to make this up, and depending on your recipe is going to depend on how long this fella lasts for you. Because some recipes might only call for a cup, some might call for 2 cups, some might call for 3 cups. So just whichever recipe you guys enjoy and your family enjoys, then that'll determine how long this will last for you. And you can double, triple this batch if you want. Whatever works for you and your family. We just wanted to give you some alternatives to, you know, having to eat out or that sort of thing. I know there's quite a few of you, including ourselves. We did this too for a long time, trying to rein it in and cook from home. And it can be daunting sometimes. Next, we have a homemade pancake recipe, a pancake, and it can be used for waffles as well. Recipe for y'all. You can use your Bisquick mix for that. We just absolutely love this recipe, don't we?
Yes, we really do.
We use a sourdough recipe. Now, if you don't have a sourdough starter or anything, you haven't done that yet, and you're new to this home cooking, that's okay. We're going to give you both recipes. We're going to give you the recipe with the sourdough starter and the recipe if you don't have a sourdough starter. So we're going to give you both of those. So let's get started on that.
So we're going to start with 12 cups of flour.
And now we're going to go ahead and to this we're going to add 3/4 of a cup. You got the 1/4 of a cup over there?
Yeah.
Plus 2 tablespoons of sugar. If you like yours sweeter, by all means you can add more sugar to your batter. We're just doing it this way to give you a base.
We're going to do 2 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
Now this is for the sourdough. If you're doing the regular mix, this is where you'd add your baking powder.
And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon plus 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
And that's the same on either recipe. Like I said, I'll leave it below. Isabella will leave it below for y'all.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to this. So we're going to give this a nice mix up. Just mixing it up here with the big old whisk. You can choose to shake it or mix it. I just like getting all of that mixed in there. I'm just mixing it with the whisk, but you are welcome to just give it a good shake. Just make sure you shake it all around, get it all incorporated.
These pancakes are absolutely the best. They're super light and fluffy, and they whip up in no time.
Oh yes, they are wonderful, wonderful. Just how we used to do pancakes before we started with our sourdough.
Yeah.
When we were wanting to just do our pantry staples and get everything, you know, where it's easy, a quick, easy, fast breakfast in the morning, healthy for the kids before they went to school and that sort of thing. To this mix, you'll take 1.5 cups of this mix out, and then you'll add 1 cup of buttermilk. Now, when you're doing your buttermilk, we recommend that if you don't have buttermilk on hand, most of us don't, add a tablespoon of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar to your regular milk, 1 cup of milk, and then that'll give you a buttermilk substitute. Yeah. All right, so it makes it real easy, and it helps get everything working properly in your mix. And then to that you're going to add 1 large egg, What else, honey?
1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And 1 tablespoon of melted butter.
Yep. So that's easy. Throw them in there. Give it a good whisk up. If you're doing your sourdough starter, if this one is your sourdough starter one, you would add 1 cup of your sourdough starter. Like I said, we'll leave it all down below for you, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll know exactly. Hopefully this helps y'all stock up your pantry and get some quick and easy meals on the table for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We hope you enjoy this recipe as much as we do, right?
Yes, we do.
Having your pantry stocked.
Yes, we love it. Or even if you want a quick dessert.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's try some of these delicious pancakes. So good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us today. We sure do enjoy having y'all in the kitchen with us. And as always, keep it simple
and fun.
Also, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss any of our fun videos. And don't forget, share it with your friends.